Recorded Books presents Undead AF, a Queen Betsy story by Maryjanice Davidson, narrated by Nancy Wu. Dedication. For the readers who couldn't quit Queen Betsy. Turns out, I couldn't either. Author's note. For my daughter Christina, who spent pandemic lockdown teaching me how to crochet. As I've since drowned her in scarves, I imagine she has regrets. And many thanks to my testers, who were kind enough to indulge my delusion that I can write a book of funny crochet patterns. Heather John, Christy Ward, Sarah Raffner, Dana Newman, Dawn Cherney, Kate Gibbon, Julia Miller, Kelly Williams, Brooke Rainey, Heather Harries, Candace Hess, Judy Sekovich, Robin Soley, Kim Cantor, and Raylene Gorlinsky. Quotes. "Will no one rid me of this troublesome priest?" Attributed to Henry II of England, 1170. "The plan is I'm gonna stay here forever." Hank, Finding Dory. "You do not know me. I am not a woman like the others, fearful and discouraged." Maria Christina, Duchess of Teschen. Friendly neighborhood vampires. Betsy herself. A large portion of her problems comes from attempting to make every other vampire in the world into one. TV tropes. Well, first of all, witches aren't really women at all. They're demons in human shape. That's why if you look closely at a witch, you'll notice the corners of her mouth are elongated, stretching almost up to her ears. And that's usually hidden with pancake makeup, and a real witch always wears gloves. Always, because a real witch doesn't have hands. She's got claws. And they don't have toes. Ooh, their ugly feet look like their toes got chopped off with an axe. And all witches are bald as a boiled egg. So they wear wigs, and it gives them nasty sores. Wig rash, the witches call it. And it makes them crazy. Agatha Hansen, The Witches. "You are forever banished. I forbid you the solace and succor of my lands, those mine by right of conquest. You shall find no shelter there, neither now nor eons from now. I deny you forever." Betsy the Vampire Queen, Undead and Done. Life is about moving forward. Girls want to be women, women want to be mothers, mothers want to be grandmas, and grandmas want to know what comes next. The Surfsons. Ghostly goals. The queen of the vampires can see the dead. They want stuff done. TV tropes. What is a body in hell? When you arrive here, you have often already been cremated or buried in the ground. Your muscles have stiffened with rigor mortis, and worms have eaten your eyes. And yet you find yourself with limbs, to be torn limb from limb. You find yourself with eyes to witness horrors and to be gouged out. You find yourself with hair and nerve endings and a tongue with which to scream. And once the spiritual body has screamed and been gouged and torn, consumed or scattered or bludgeoned, well, then it happens all again. But first, you have to be put back together. Dan Waters, Lucifer, The Wild Hunt. Another author's note. I've done my darndest to make this a standalone book, so if you haven't read any previous Undead books, you should be fine. You should also read the previous Undead books, all of them. Why deprive yourself of so much joy? Just saying. Another author's note. Trigger warnings. Trigger warnings for thoughts of suicide, cancer, death, vampire threesomes, regular threesomes, full-fat beverages, so much profanity, bitchiness, snark, more death, rampant immaturity, Labrador retrievers. Yet another author's note. Will these never end? Once upon a time, I was done with the Undead series. It started with an idea that sank into my brain like a fishhook. Where are the secretaries and plumbers? Why does it seem like every vampire novel stars a lord/lady? Why did the fancy vamps skulk in alleys? Why did they shun society? Or at least their families, if they even had any.
Sample complete. Ready to continue?